Am I the only one who struggles with getting things done without fighting her brain the whole way there? Sometimes I'm in awe of people who can just force themselves to do things, but I have an ADHD brain, which means my brain is just not going to let me do what I need to do or want to do if it's not interested in it. And so I had to find a different way to get things done. And this is it. This is what I'm sharing with you 5 unconventional ways I fight procrastination and get more things done. If we haven't met yet, my name is Isabel. I am a recovering perfectionist, dog lover, brand designer, and this channel is going to be all about embracing your weird to build a better brand, business, and life. And so, without further ado, let me show you my unconventional weird tips to fight procrastination. Number 1, break it down. And yes, this sounds like a conventional tip. Break your task down into smaller pieces. And it kind of is. Except I mean break it down to the point where your brain cannot fight you on doing it any longer. Okay? So if I'm talking laundry, your first step isn't put laundry in the washer. Your first step is walk over to where the dirty clothes are and grab them. That is your first task. If I'm talking dishes, your first task is stand in front of the dishwasher. If I'm talking clearing out your email, your first task is just open your email. Okay? The tasks have to be so small and so tiny that your brain feels silly not doing it because that's how you get started. And once you get started, it usually becomes easier. Now, breaking down tasks for some people is exhausting in and of itself, which is why I use a free tool called Goblin tools to break down my tasks into really bite-sized pieces. And an extra to this is that when you cross those things off, even though they're tiny, your brain gets these little tiny dopamine hits, which motivates you to do more. Second tip is another free site that I use all the time, which is called Wheel of Names. Now, Wheel of Names is really used for raffles or sweepstakes or that kind of thing where you want it to pick a name. You have a list of names. It's this wheel. You put your list of names, you click it, and the winner comes out, right? Now, I use it for task lists. So I pick my 3 to 10 top tasks that I want to do that day. I put it inside of Wheel of Names, and I hit the wheel, and I let whatever comes up come up. Now, this can go one of 2 ways. Sometimes the task that comes up, your brain is like, okay, cool, yes, let's do it. It's fine, and you can get it done. And sometimes your brain is like, you know what? That is the one thing I don't want to do now. Okay, if that's the one thing you don't want to do now, brain, great. I'll do all of the other tasks except one. You're still getting things done, right? You're still getting all of the tasks done or a lot of the tasks done. And then at the end of it, because you've accomplished more tasks, you might be motivated to start that last one, right? If you try these, I would actually love to know because I love using these every single week. I recommend them to my clients, but I would like to know if it's helpful for anyone else. So if you can let me know in the comments, please do. And if you would like me to make a part 2, also let me know because I have tons of these unconventional tips and tricks. Third tip, the task hat game. Task hat game. Pulling tasks out of a hat. Write your tasks on a separate piece of paper, on separate pieces of paper, put them in a mug, a bowl, a hat, whatever recipient you have. Stick your hand in, pull out a task. Now again, one of 2 ways. Your brain can go, yep, let's work on it. Cool, work on it, finish the task. You're done. Pull on another task once you're done. If your brain says, no, this is the one thing I don't want to do, you get to pull out a second task, but only a second task. And that's the task you have to work on. You either have to work on the first one or the second one. Those are your options, brain. And once you're done, let's say you did the second task with the second one, you can put back that first task in the bowl, mix it up, pull them out again. Now, there's one rule to this. Once you pull out a task twice, you have to work on it. So your brain has the ability to say, no, I don't want to work on this right now. Let me put it back. But once it comes out again, that is the moment to work on it. That is your negotiation with your brain. Okay? Tip number 4, play a song. Now, some people love setting timers, and I find those are really useful. But one of the things that I love doing more for tasks that don't require thinking is to play a song or play a playlist. And so what I'm trying to challenge myself on is how much can I get done before the end of this song? So if that's clearing email, it's how many emails can I delete before the end of this song? And it's just a fun way to challenge yourself with something that you love, right? You can pick any song you want, any music you want, but your brain does take it as a challenge. And sometimes that's just the kick the ADHD brain needs to get started. And my last and final tip is the most unconventional and contradictory of it all, and it is to embrace procrastination. If there's a task that you want to get done or need to get done, but the due date or the deadline is not in close proximity, or there is no due date or deadline, and your brain is like, no, I do not want to work on this ever, ever, then tell your brain, okay, fine, we don't need to work on this, but we're gonna get everything else done. You will be surprised by how much you can get done when you are avoiding a task. It is one of my favorite things to do because I can sometimes knock out 12, 14, 16 things off my list just because I'm avoiding this one thing. And although it sounds contradictory, sometimes our brains just don't want to do the thing. And we need to have the self-compassion with ourselves to know that it's okay if it doesn't happen today, but we can still get other things done. Well, that was it. Those are my top 5 unconventional tips for fighting procrastination. If you liked this video, please subscribe. I'm just starting this channel, and I would love, love, love to see more of you subscribed. I'm going to be posting a video every single Friday. And if there's anything you'd like to know about branding, productivity, content, please comment below, and I'll be sure to make a video about it.